Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, greetings, greetings. It is here. It has begun. We are finally here. It is the World Cup time, and I don't know why the hell I have Arsenal champions. And you know what else too? It just dawned on me. I need to do my predictions. 1 second, people. 1 second. Do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. It's all about the thing called the BCN Sports World Cup Watch Along. If you're tired of biased commentary, because anybody that is familiar with the World Cup knows that when the US is showing their World Cup feed, it's all about Team America right now, right? So that's what we're here to do. We're here to provide our version of the commentary. And today is a special day. Once every 4 years, for 1 month. For 1 month, every 4 years, the world seems to stop. Regardless of what's going on, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot that we can talk about in terms of the rhetoric around the World Cup. But all of that aside, it is time for us to enjoy the beautiful game, enjoy the world's game. And as tradition goes, the World Cup starts with the host country always kicking off. So it's a very, very special occasion. World Cup time. World Cup is here. As we're looking at the Mexican team and they're singing the national anthem, and it is not a packed stadium. Wow. I'm looking in the stands, and here in the stands, it is not a full stadium. Well, there's more to come, or there's more to talk about on that. When we get there. Let me go ahead and put my prediction in here. I need to put my prediction in. Bloody hell, mate. Anyway, let's go to the starting lineup. So the starting lineup, let's start it off with the visiting country, South Africa. Bafana. The South African team that we spoke about, and we spoke about at length on our pre-game show and leading up to the World Cup. A predominantly local-based team, homegrown team. We have Williams starting in goal. At left back, we have Modiba. The three centre backs, Mbakazi, Sibislai, Okon, Mudai. Sitting in the hole is number 13, Sithole. Adams, we're number 23. Makona, we're number 4, the midfield engine. And leading the strike partnership up front, we have Reiners and Foster. While for the Mexicans, in goal, we have Rangel. Starting at left back, Gallardo, Vasquez, Montez at the centre-back pairing. We have Reyes at right back. Sitting in the hole is Lira. On the left wing, we have Quinones. In the midfield pair, we have Fidalgo, Gutierrez. On the right wing, you have Alvarado. And leading the line up top, the man himself, Mr. Jimenez. Expecting great things from him for the host country. It's here, people. All the things aside, all the rhetoric aside, it is a World Cup time. We have a Brazilian referee in the middle with the fourth official is from Paraguay. This is it, people. We've been waiting for 4 years. The VAR is Colombian, Chile, and a French referee. Can you imagine that conversation? Colombia, Chile, and France. Great conversation there in the VAR room. It's a festive occasion. South Africa ready to go outside, looking really, really warm. I wasn't feeling the World Cup. Are those empty seats? Are those empty seats on the top? I wasn't feeling the World Cup vibe. I was not feeling the World Cup vibe. But you know what? I'm taking time off work right now. I am out running an errand at work right now. So you know what? I'm going to enjoy the World Cup. Hopefully you will too. Let's kick off the World Cup. It's the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Let's hope that this is a memorable World Cup for all the right reasons. Let's not forget that. I'm trying to find. I need to put in my predictions. Predictions. I have Mexico winning this game 2-0. That's my prediction. I'm predicting Mexico will be winning this game 2-0. What are your predictions? Put it in the chat. I have Mexico winning 2-0. And excuse me there, I need to put in my thing before. There you go. Good. Got it in time. All right, Junior. All right, so I'm putting in some predictions right now, and we have a game that we're playing, a group of us, and we're out there putting in predictions. So let me go and put in my predictions. I have Canada and Bosnia finish. I have Canada beating Bosnia 1-0. I have Canada beating 1-0. USA, Paraguay. I have USA winning 2-1. Qatar, Switzerland. I have Switzerland winning 1-0. Morocco, Brazil. I have Brazil winning 3-1. Haiti, Scotland. I have Haiti losing 2-1. Australia versus Turkey. I have Turkey winning 2-0. Germany versus Curacao. That's a 5-0 game for Germany. Netherlands versus Japan. I have that finishing 2-1. Got it all in time. Good. Now for the real thing. And let me go ahead and make sure my score updates here. And we're about to have kickoff as Mexico will be kicking off going from left to right. Mexico definitely is looking for a fast start. Traditionally, that's how Mexico plays at home, and the World Cup should be no different. As we have kickoff here of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Like I said, hopefully we have a great World Cup here in the offing. Put in the predictions. I have Mexico winning 2-1 or 2-0. I have Mexico winning 2-0. Let's see. And also to remember, the games are being televised on Fox, on the Fox network. If you have access to Fox, you can watch it there. Big up to Conrad. Conrad Tully says South Africa fee money. You know what, Conrad? As an African, I'm of African descent. I'm from Jamaica. I will know how Jamaican heritage. I'm going to go with South Africa. I picked Mexico to start. No, let's go South Africa. Bafana. Mexico in possession here early. Balls with Gallardo. This is with Vasquez. Vasquez out left to Gallardo. South Africa in their 5-3-2 formation, holding that shape. You can see clearly there. Mexico establishing possession in early in the South African half. Montez outright to Reyes. Here's Alvarado. Alvarado cutting in. Cut here by South Africa. Here's Adams getting the ball outright to Modoy. Modoy back to the goalkeeper Williams. Williams getting it back to Sibisi. Mexico employing a little bit of an early press there, but South Africa is playing out the press well. BM says Mexico 3-0. Let's see. And BM did, and big up to BM. BM, our resident statistician and member of the show, he did tell me yesterday, because I was not feeling the fight, people. Yesterday, my energy during the World Cup preview show was dead, and for obvious reasons. I won't go into the geopolitical aspect. But you know what? The World Cup is here. I'm ready to go. Williams in a kick out there to Adams. Adams failed to control. And it's a throw-in to Mexico. As we're looking at Mr. Javier Aguirre, the Mexican coach. Here's Reyes with a throw-in. It's one that's a hard tackle there. A feisty tackle there on Alvarado. Free kick as Modica. He did not leave anything. He did not leave anything for debate on that tackle. And I'm looking more in the stands. I'm telling you, the stands look empty. Those are some empty seats in the 300 levels there. Free kick for Mexico in a dangerous position. Can South Africa withstand this early storm by the Mexicans and get into the game? Let's see. And this free kick is from about 30, 35 yards to the right of the goal. Here's a put short, could not even get past the wall, and it goes out for a throw in to Mexico. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but whatever. Throw in for Mexico. Put your predictions in the chat, people. Put your predictions in the chat. And big up to all those tuning in. This is BCN Sports. No, we cannot show the game live, but we aim to present non-bias commentary, and just join the family. Hit the subscribe button. Here's a cross from Mexico in the box. This one, a shot from outside, and a beautiful save there by Williams. And this is what we're talking about, as that was Jimenez at the top of the 18. A cross coming in from Reyes, and Jimenez put all of his strength in that left foot shot. Perfect half volley. And to be fair, it went straight to Williams. Williams did well to get it away for a corner, as that could have been danger. Danger here. Corner kick for Mexico into the box. Williams punches. Not convincingly. Mexico back into the box. Headed up there by South Africa. There's a mad scramble here. And South Africa is struggling to clear the ball. But now South Africa is on the break. Here's Reyes. And South Africa now the breakaway. This could be a chance here for South Africa. Puts it into the box, and a miscommunication there between Foster and Reyes, as that should have been a better attempt there for South Africa. Warning signs for Mexico early. You know what, people? This is going to be an exciting game. I can see it now. It's going to be an exciting game. End-to-end stuff. BM says, I'm looking at the South African team and most of the players are based locally. What are your thoughts? Remember, they qualified ahead of Nigeria with star names playing for big clubs. Yeah, we did talk about that. We did talk about that during the World Cup qualifications. Also, when we covered the AFCON and the AFCON playoffs, we were talking about South Africa went the other direction. They went with a primarily local team. Most of their players play locally, and if memory serves me correctly, I want to say 8 of their players play for one club in South Africa. Look, football is a great equalizer. It is a great team equalizer. As I'm about to answer BM's question about the thoughts on the players playing locally, there is an angle there to talk about local football in Africa and development of local football in Africa. But one thing about sports, and especially football, is you cannot beat chemistry. You might not have the most talented team, but if you can build chemistry, you will be tough to beat. And this South African team is built purely on chemistry. There is no one bag of overseas man. It is all local players play together, build this team over time, and now we're seeing the outcome. Now let's see how they go up against the mighty Mexico, because when Mexico is playing in Mexico, they are the mighty Mexico. Goal kick here for South Africa, as Madoy does well to get a goal kick off Gallardo. And big up Benton. Benton will be doing the watch along tonight at 10 p.m. I should be back from practice by then as well. I will be around for the South Korea. Oh, South Korea play again later. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the South Korea game. But for the second game today in the World Cup, we'll also be doing a watch along for that. And that would be South Korea versus Czechia. Mexico in possession. And here's Reyes looking long, looking for a change of play here to Gallardo. Gallardo heads it down for Jimenez. Jimenez marshaled well. And Madoy kicks the ball off Gallardo for a throw-in to South Africa. Now, we all know there's a traditional thing when we talk about Mexico, and yeah, hello. And people, anytime you hear us say yeah on the show, we are seeing good scenery in the stands, and there's always great scenery in Mexico. Very good scenery in Mexico. Um, but the interesting thing, as South Africa gets caught out here for the press, this must be a goal, and it is a goal. 1-0. Wait, Quinones with a goal. And it's 1-0 for Mexico. And this might be a busass of immense proportion, as South Africa, I think that was Sibisi that was caught in the press early. Williams gave it to, I think it was Sibisi, gave it to him in the middle. And Mexico did well pressing, got possession of the ball in the 18, and Quinones would do no wrong there. The very quick, very poor touch there. Very poor. I think that was Sitol too. Yes, that was Sitol. And boy, Sithole, Sithole. His name is Sithole, people. I have a list, okay? His name is Sithole. And Williams should have done better. The ball kicked right under his foot. You know what? I said earlier I'm going to go with South Africa. Boy, Conrad, we don't know it. God, this look like 1,000. This might be a boss ass. Here's play on here. South Africa trying to respond and gave the ball up, and Jimenez called for offside there. I would say the referee with the video apparatus or video camera on his ears. I guess we'll be getting some video footage throughout the World Cup. I will see some harsh play here on the right wing for South Africa, as Makoni with a rough tackle there on Fidalgo, as Quinones is still down, the goal scorer. And the referee saying, get up. It's only game one, people. It's only the first game. Want to get up. I'll big up the Prime Minister. Prime Minister says South Africa played themselves into conceding that goal. Very much so. Disappointed on the South Africans, man. Damn. As a South African coach, Mr. Hugo Bruce is looking very pensive there. He's looking like he's asking himself, why this idiot gets it all the ball right there so in the middle. You see, I don't know why the hell the money come with this playing out the back foolishness. Just kick out the damn ball, brother. You're playing against the host team. And you're bigger and faster and stronger than Mexico. Kick the ball long. Man. Big up to Ty. Ty Gill me changed my mind from South Africa. Go back at L3. Ty, I picked Mexico in our game. I think I picked Mexico win 2-0. But Conrad said South Africa find money. So for the show, I was saying, you know what? I'm going to go with South Africa. But 5 minutes into it, I changed my mind. Nah, sir. Nah, this is like 1,000. As Vasquez now in possession. You know what? I'm feeling the World Cup vibe, people. I am feeling the vibes is coming now. The vibes is coming. Here's Jimenez going long. Does well to keep the ball in play. And now Madueke kicks it out for a corner kick to Mexico. Another corner kick. The last corner kick, South Africa was in shambles trying to defend it. I feel the vibe. I'm starting to feel the vibe, people. But can't wait for the big games, let me know. What is your guys' group of death? You know what? Tell me what your guys' group of death is. I'll tell you my group of death. But let's see what happens in the corner. Corner kick comes in. Free header there. I think that was Jimenez with a free header. How did Jimenez come free for that free header? But he headed straight up in the air, comfortably caught by Williams. And there goes Mr. Infantino, the fussy. Move on, go, Infantino, go. I hear South Africa looking long. And another cutting pass there. And Reyes and Foster did not know who wanted to run for it. There are some alarm bells. There are some warning signs for Mexico, though. Their defense are the back three, because they look like they're in the back three now. They are not communicating well, as South Africa now employing a high press. Here's Rangel in goal, looking long. To the left for Gallardo. Gallardo back to Vasquez. Vasquez looking long. South Africa winning possession. And Mexico just head the ball back, and now South Africa back in possession. Ty says, Mark Fish and Lucas Radiva are cuss pure dirty bad one. Yup. And BM says, it's a big achievement for South Africa to qualify with a mostly local team. However, I think the team already peaked in World Cup qualifying and AFCON. Ty says, Group L is a group of death. Let me see which group is a group L. I can't remember. All I know, the group with France in it, remember me telling you, that France group for me is a group of death. That French group is a group of death for me. Trust me, that French group. Let me see who in I think that's Group L. I'm going. No, brother. Group L, England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. All right. So this is the thing that I said about that group, and I said it yesterday. Respect Benton. I said it yesterday. Group L could be the group of death. It very well could be the group of death. I agree. But that to me is a potential group of death. All the teams in Group L has to play up to potential. England can come there and all our people. And like I say, anytime I say we see good scenery. Anytime you see me say big up to all our female listeners as well. We love you know, but I'm going to say to that. As here's Mexico breaking down the right wing with Alvarado. Alvarado taking Mbosi for company, and then Mbosi wins a free kick. Mbokazi. Big up Mbokazi. Sorry. Yeah, so Group L, that England group can possibly be group of death. But all the teams have to play up to potential. Croatia is an old side. But if Croatia show up and play some ball, yes, it's hard to pick the top three or the top two teams in that group. Because Ghana go and play some ball. We know that. We know England have potential. And we know Croatia can be a big side, but they're old. And Panama can be a sneaky team. So I agree. Group L could be the group of death if they meet potential. But you see Group I, you see France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq to some extent. That is a tough group. A lot of people sleeping on Norway. Norway not going to be an easy out. Trust me. Trust me. We know France are the big side. We know France is the standard bearer. But that Senegal, Afghan champions, I don't care what anybody from Morocco and the Moroccan supporters them want to say. Senegal is the Afghan champion, playing against France, and Norway have a big side. That's a damn tough group. Tough group. Anyway, Mexico up 1-0. Another foul here on Fidalgo. As McCorney, we have to keep count of these fouls too, because there's a lot of tough tackles coming in. And big up to all the African them, because anybody who play football with Africans would know some serious tackle like a bus. And the Mexicans them, they don't back out of our tackle too. So we have to watch these foul calls and for persistent fouls. Here's South Africa in possession. Getting the ball back to Williams. Williams pushing the ball right to Ocon. Ocon looking right to Modoy. And another through ball by South Africa. Getting through, but nobody is reading the run. Yo, Raiders are faster. The two South African strikers. Them lazy, you know. A two lazy man around the top for South Africa. Tyrone says France and Senegal look good. I'm telling man. Look, Norway, careful with Norway. Careful with Norway. Careful. And France plays Senegal first. I said it yesterday. France is a big side. As Rangel is in possession for Mexico, looking long for Jimenez. Jimenez wins the header, but it goes back to, I think it's Modoy. Modoy goes back to Williams. France is a big side, you know. France, and I said it yesterday, France eerily reminds me of 2002 Brazil. Eerily. There's something about this French team that mirrors 2002 Brazil. Remember, it's the same storyline. France and Brazil lost 1998 World Cup, came back 2002 with the 3 Rs, and that 2002 World Cup was just a Brazil run, a Brazil invitational, right? France lost the last World Cup, and now they are coming back with Olise, Mbappe, and Dembele. As here's a long shot from Mexico, as Quinones is Quinones up fight, and it sends it high and wide after a good first touch to get by his defender. This French team eerily reminds me. I have a 2002 Brazil vibe from this French team. This is a rotted side. It's a rotted side. And there's a rhetoric around Mbappe, and Mbappe is a dictator and blah, blah, blah. But this French team, if they hit the ground running, them dangerous. But we also saw a very good France team go to the World Cup. I remember what El Hadji Diouf and company did to them. I remember that was the first game of the World Cup and France did not recover. And that was a big France side. It's the same thing now with France playing Senegal again. This is the first game. Is a tricky... trust me, Tyrone, is a tricky group. Tricky group. With all that being said, France might beat them all 10-love, but anything is possible. Here's Williams in possession. As the game now, we're in the 20th minute, and the game kind of petering out a little bit. Mexico still employing a high press. South Africa breaking the press well here, and there's a pass on to the far left, and another miscommunication. Yeah, you know what? I've seen enough. Take off Raiders. Take off Raiders. Take off the two strikers, them, man. Them two South African strikers. They are disappointing me. The midfield is doing so well breaking the press, and all the strikers have to do is get on the same page with the midfielders, and they can't do it. Another hard tackle here by Modoy. Modoy is the right back, and he is tackling a Mexican player in the midfield on the left side. Yo, come out for the field, man. Take out them as striker, yeah, man. BM says, I think Group I and K are the danger groups. Lots of fireworks for sure. Ty say, I'm agree. Now sleep on Norway, yeah. Norway, yeah. And here's a ball into the box. Headed away there by Simpsy. And here's Foster trying to make up for his bad runs and wins the throw-in. As we look at Cafu, Roberto Carlos. That's Roberto Baggio beside Carlos. But who that beside Cafu? He look like a referee. He look like an English referee. And the English referee sitting beside Cafu. But I know that was Roberto Baggio beside Roberto Carlos. Football royalty. World Cup is here, people. World Cup is here. I feel good. And here's the ball for South Africa. Puts the ball, and it's should have done better. Should have done better there. Here's McCormick, and he wins a free kick for South Africa deep in the Mexican half. And like I said earlier, it's a yellow card here. Yellow card for Gutierrez. I said it earlier. If it's one thing about Mexico, they are not shying away from a tackle. So Gutierrez gets a yellow card. Let me give him card. Here we go. Gutierrez with the first yellow card of the World Cup. Free kick here for South Africa. It's a dangerous position here. Can they do something with this? Can they get back into the game? As McConey is lining up this free kick from the right wing, basically parallel to the 18-yard line. Goalkeeper talking to Foster. Mexico traditionally is a smaller team, and they traditionally don't do well with balls in the box. Let's see if the tradition holds up. As McConey puts the ball in the box and headed away comfortably. Ball gets back to Mbokazi. Mbokazi puts it long again, and here Quinones out in possession. The ball deflects out, and it's a goal kick. Goal kick to Mexico. Hey, you know what? Benton normally worry when we say some things, you know. And we're now doing a hydration break. And people, we talk our things, and we talk truth. Quinones, as we see, is a black man, right? You know, and BM, line up the comment. Those are the views of Junior and that BCN Sports. When you look in Quinones' face, he has a pure Mexican face, you know. He's just black skinned. Yo, but that's a I don't want to say a good goal, but a goal that came off a turnover as we're at the hydration break. 1-0 for Mexico. First 24 minutes, 25 minutes of the first quarter. I guess we can call it the first quarter of the game. Little bit of a back and forth in the game. Just came down to that one bad decision by Williams getting the ball to Sitwell. And Sitwell did not do well with it. Tried the turnover. And it was curtains for that, right? But South Africa has been looking threatening. And South Africa definitely can feel like they are still in the game. They just need the front line in Foster and Reynolds to have better communication. They did break the line a couple times with Mexico. And Mexico, they're not even playing a high line. I don't think Mexico is playing a high line. They're playing a more standard defensive line. But when South Africa breaks the press, there seems to be a big gap between the Mexican midfield and their backline. Lira, number 6 from Mexico, I haven't even called his name, and he should be sitting in the hole. He should be the one, to me, that is cleaning up when South Africa breaks the press, and he's nowhere to be found. He's chasing the game, and that's when we're seeing South Africa creating their opportunities. And like I said earlier, they just need Reynolds and Foster to do a little bit better with the communication. There was one opportunity where I think Foster or Reynolds had the one-on-one with the goalkeeper. If he had just continued his run, I think it was Adams that tried to play him in behind, and he stopped his run. He wasn't offside. He just simply stopped his run. And that was very early in the game. It could have been 1-0 for South Africa. As we have restart here from the hydration break. Boy, outer door look hot. Yeah, man, it look hot. It look hot in Mexico. Here's Rangel, kicks it long, headed away by Sipsy. Foster does well, winning possession. Here's Modika. Modika goes back. I think this is I think that was Adams. Adams going back to Sipsy. Here's Ocon going back to Williams. Williams going back out left to Mbozaki. Mbogazi looking long, trying to get Reynolds on the run, but Mexico does well, but South Africa is back in possession. Here's Mbokazi. Mbokazi in the middle to Makoni. Makoni back out right. And here's Modoy. Modoy. Oh, Sitol is having a bad game. Losing possession again to Mexico. And Mexico now is a chance to break away. Here's Quinones. Quinones back to Gallardo. Gallardo back to Quinones, the goal scorer. Now going back as Mexico searching for something to do from the left wing. Quinones say, you know what, let's go back. Let's go all the way back to our back line as the ball makes it way back to Rangel. Rangel now playing 1-2 with Vasquez. Vasquez find Gallardo. Mexico is very left side dominant as well. They want nothing to do with their right wing. Everything for Mexico is going down the left wing so far. Here's Quinones, been very busy. A beautiful ball here. And Mexico gets into the 18-yard box. Can he get the ball on the feet? Gets shot. Blocked. I think that was Jimenez again. And another long ball and another misread there by Foster. Standing basically in open land and could not control the ball. Was nowhere near the ball. I'm disappointed in the front two for South Africa. I hear Mexico now going long out to the right wing to Alvarado. Alvarado back to Reyes. Reyes with a cross into the box, comfortably collected by Williams. And Mexico employing another high, and South Africa a little bit too casual here in possession, but it did work out for them as eventually the ball got back to Williams, but a little bit of nervousness here. And South Africa seem like they are intent on playing the ball out the back. And then they just kick it long, and Foster and Reynolds cannot seem to win the ball in the air. Here's Mexico back in possession. Ball back with Montez. Montez out left to Vasquez. Vasquez looking out left further to Gallardo. Gallardo looking back to Jimenez. Marshall well there as Modoy gets the ball back to Williams. Williams in goal, the captain for South Africa. The camera just went to Foster and Reynolds. I'm pretty sure the commentator is complaining about their lack of effort. Here's South Africa again, trying to get the ball out with a beautiful 1-2 to Mbokazi, but it was read well there by Reyes. Ball gets all the way back to Rangel. Rangel gets the ball out right to Montez. Montez looking long. And now Jimenez is not there. South Africa back in possession. Here's Sitol. And Sitol, him just missing an H in his name to describe the type of game that he's having. I leave you guys to figure out the name. But here's Williams sending the ball out left to Mbokazi. South Africa seems to be settled in back in the game, but all of this possession right now is mute if you cannot do something with it. And here's Mbokazi looking long again. And this time it finds the foot of Modaiki. Modaiki tried to put the ball in the box, and he's eventually called for offside. Yeah, it looked weird. Eventually called for offside. And looking at the replay, yeah. Ways there, yeah. Yeah. Dead offside. But I don't know why South Africa is intent. It's like they want to try to play out the back, and then all of a sudden, when they get nervous in the press, they send the ball long, while Reynolds and Foster is just standing there doing nothing. Look at it's Quinones in possession, gets the ball back to Gallardo. Gallardo gets the ball to Vasquez. Vasquez back to Gallardo. Gallardo back to Vasquez. As South Africa now employs a high press. Ball gets all the way back to Rangel. And Rangel tries to get the ball out left to Gallardo. Instead of sending the ball long, kicks it out for a throw-in to South Africa deep in the Mexican half. Tig says South Africa settled, but Mexico had teed them up for slap them again before halftime. I think, yeah, it's possible. As here's South Africa again with the ball with 20 yards out into the box. Can Foster do something with it this time? No, he can't. Him send the ball right. What the hell is, South ref, South ref, come Foster, come. As we look at, what's the ball in, man? As Mr. Colina. Mr. Colina, the greatest referee in ever, sitting there, and the man wear glasses, and Colina with his hand on his cheek looking, hey, Colina sitting in the stands can see the wings of a fly flying in the center circle. That is how good that man eyesight is. You're going to give him glasses too? Crazy. And here's another crunching tackle here by Mbokazi. Mbokazi bite, Mbokazi bite. As Reyes. That is an African tackle. Beautiful slide tackle here. A throw in for Mexico deep in the South Africa half. I think that was David. I saw David Silva. I saw here's a Quinones with a fake shot, put the ball into the box. This should be two. And it's a good save there by Williams. As Jimenez was waiting for that cross from Gallardo. Very good play by Mexico down the left. Like Ty says, just tee them up. Just tee them up. Just tee them up. BM says, I hope Raul Jimenez can score his first World Cup goal. This is his fourth World Cup. My favorite CONCACAF baller. Junior, the legendary referee in the stands, Colina. I can't forget when he officiated the final with Manchester United and Bayern Munich in 1999. Yo, Colina was a human VAR. Anybody that remember Gio Pieri or whatever, Colina, but I just know it's Colina. Colina would make the commentator second guess what he saw in the replay while Colina made the call real time. And the commentator would say, it never looked that way. And when him look at slow, yes, Colina was right. I cannot remember a call that Colina ever made wrong. That's how great of a referee Colina was. And when him talk to you, when you say Colina cuss off somebody, I feel like he will cuss me off. That was a great Colina. Great Colina. Yeah, he did do the Brazil-Germany final. And he did have a mistake in the Brazil-Germany final in 2002. Yes, he did have a mistake. I remember a mistake. I remember one mistake he made. I can't remember what it was, but he did have a mistake. It wasn't a goal-causing mistake, but he did have an error that the commentator had to bring up. Here's Gallardo. Miscontrol here by Mexico. Here's another chance for South Africa to break away with Adams. Adams gets the ball out right to Modica. Modica gets the ball back to Sitwell. And Sitwell gets the ball back to Okona and gets the ball out right. And here's Budoy. And now South Africa slows down again. 10 minutes before halftime, maybe about 13 minutes with the hydration break. Here's the ball into the box. And a free header. And finally, Foster arrives to the game with a header. And to be fair, it's a difficult header. It would be hard for him to redirect that on goals. Good at for his level, good at him. I will see a replay of the save by Williams, saving the cross into the box. That's a very good save. That's a very good save. Very good collecting the ball. South Africa in possession on the right wing, getting the ball out left. Here's Mbokazi. Seen a lot of the ball here. Get the ball back to Sitwell. Can Sitwell do something good? Yes, he does. Get the ball out. That is to Sibisi. Sibisi looking long. Can Reynolds do something good? No, he can't. Ref, sub. Reynolds can't run. Can't control the ball with him back to goal. Come off of the field. Can't even win a header. Come off of the field, man. Alvarado goes all the way back to Reyes. Reyes looking long out there to Gallardo. Gallardo in position. Gets the ball back to Vasquez. Vasquez to Lira. First time I'm calling his name all game. And Lira, this is Lira now. No, this is Fidalgo. Fidalgo back out left to Gallardo. Gallardo to Vasquez. Vasquez back to the captain Montes. Montes back to Vasquez. Vasquez back to Lira. And Lira. Listen, man. You know, as Lira is now saying that he's down hurt. You know, we have some iconic shirts. Rotted. Just notice something as well. And this is probably a good trivia question. Has there ever been a time when we had a World Cup game where you don't have a number 10 jersey on the field? We don't have a number 10 on the field for South Africa or Mexico. We don't have a number 10. There's not a player on the field right now wearing the number 10 jersey. Has there ever... That's a good trivia question. How many times have there been a World Cup game where you don't have a number 10 on the field? And here's Mexico trying to play the ball at box. Got caught here in the high press, but South Africa couldn't do anything with it. And another crunching tackle here by Mbokazi. He knew what he was doing. There won't be a foul call, but he didn't really bite Alvarado, but that's a warning bite. That's a warning bite for Alvarado. But yeah, no number 10. There is not a number 10 on the field. I cannot tell the last time I saw a game, because the number 10 is a jersey that you just train your eyes to focus on. And you say, who are wearing the 10? Nobody. That's disappointing. But the reason why I brought that up though is that Leroy is wearing number 6 and he's playing in a 6 role. He need a jersey change. You can't wear number 6 and can't control the midfield, brother. Come off of the field. Here's Mexico in possession. Ball with the danger man Quinones. Quinones looking right. Out there to Alvarado. Alvarado getting the ball out even further right to Reyes. Reyes back to Alvarado. South Africa back holding their shape. Here's Lira. Putting a high ball into the box. Easily headed out here. But the ball back in the box. And this was another good save here by Williams. He had to wait. As Jimenez, the ball came into Jimenez. He missed the ball. It would have been offside if it had scored. I don't know if he made any touch with it, but that's a beautiful save. Another great save there by Williams. As he made 2 of the hardest saves that he had to make, but gave up the goal with the ball going under his foot. Make that make sense. And here's Mexico with Quinones. Quinones, the black Mexican with another shot. And here's Quinones a shot, and it's off the post. Alarm bells blaring for South Africa. And look at that tackle by Alvarado. Mirror at it come. Alvarado said the man is not passing. But it was a quick flow right here as Quinones tried the shot first, got it deflected. The ball went out to Alvarado. Alvarado got the ball back into the middle. The ball made its way back to Quinones. He tried to pass it to the right post and it just hit the upright. South Africa living on the edge, and it kind of ties up with what Ty said. Ty said Mexico is just teeing them up to slap them off one more time, and I can see it. I can see it. Ty said, remember that. Yeah, man. Colina made a mistake. He made one mistake in the 2002 World Cup. I can remember that mistake he made. I don't know if it was a corner kick or one of them, but he made a call that should have went the other way. Here's Mexico looking long. Ball headed down there by Mbakazi. Ball now Modica. Modica with the giving the ball in. I think this is Sitwell, right? And here's Reynolds. Reynolds getting the ball out right to Makina. Makina trying to get the ball in. That looked like a handball, but it did deflect and it went out for a corner kick to South Africa. So a corner kick for South Africa, 1-0, entering the 44th minute of the game, 45th minute of the game, last minute of the halftime. Can South Africa get one back right before the halftime break? All they need is a good cross and they went short. And the ball went back and the ball now goes into the box, easily headed out by Mexico. And then a long shot here from Mbakazi from way out. Had the pace, but it went straight to the goalkeeper. It beat and drink for the goalkeeper. But it did have the pace, though. It did have the pace. BM said that should have scored Jimenez. Yeah, that one attempt, he could have got a better touch at it. But Williams did well making that save, though. He really did. That was a very good save. Here's the captain, Montez. Montez goes back to Rangel. Rangel now goes to Lira. Lira gets the ball out left to Vasquez when he had more time. Yeah, take off the number 6, brother. Take off the number 6. The number six shirt is reserved for midfield general. Here's Quinones breaking away into the 18, and Williams did well reading that coming off his line, cleared the ball long. And once again, Reynolds will have no use. I'm big up to his family. Hopefully his family is not watching and think I'm disrespectful. But if you are Reynolds Pitney, or Reynolds your last name, you might want to change your last name, brother. Because your daddy not no use. Come out for the field. So the number 10 for Mexico is Alexis Vega, sitting on the bench. And the number 10 for South Africa is Mr. Mofokeng, sitting on the bench, 21 years old. So can you imagine the number 10 for South Africa in the World Cup is 21 years old. First game of the World Cup sitting on the bench. Throw in for Mexico as we have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Jimenez getting the ball out left to Gallardo. Gallardo teeing up for a long shot. Takes a deflection. The goalkeeper does well to keep it from going out for a corner. As we enter the last 2 minutes of halftime, 1-0 to Mexico. The opening game of the 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup 2026 edition. The next 4 weeks is going to be exciting as we are going to see who will lift the famous gold trophy at the end. Will it be France? Could it be Portugal? Could Argentina repeat as champions? Let's see. The next 4 weeks will tell us. Here's South Africa in possession with Modica. Modica having Reyes for company. Sign him up for one-on-one. And And it's a goal kick for Mexico. Monica didn't like it. And that should have been a corner. That's a corner. I thought VAR was going to be implemented for bad corner call, or that's for EPL. That's for Europe next year. But Javier Aguirre seems very angry, talking to himself. I don't know him Bex what him up 1-0. We have 15 seconds left in the first half. For the 4 minutes of stoppage time. And Mexico winning possession here. Can they get something at the death of halftime? Here's Quinones. Another beautiful ball. Mexico into the box. And he miskicked it. Oh, that Gutierrez. Gutierrez miskicked it. What was he? As he looked like he was trying to kick the ball. Quinones put the ball into the 18-yard box. A very good through ball. Gutierrez had the defender backtracking, shielding the ball. All he had to do was open up his body, open up his inside of his foot, and place it to the far part corner. It looks like he wanted to toe punch it. You know what? I'm going to enjoy my World Cup. As Raiders, why? Raiders, you know what Raiders look like to me? As we are now at halftime. Halftime here, 1-0. Quinones with the goal for Mexico. As the Mexican fans celebrate their 1-0 lead, it could have been a lot more. South Africa could have scored. The game is still, I think, somewhat finely in the balance. I wouldn't say that it's a finely balanced game. I wouldn't say that, but it's somewhat there. Mexico should feel like they should have scored more goals. However, South Africa should feel like they could get more attempts and they could do some better. So a lot to play for in the second half. A lot to play for in the second half. Remember how important it is to start the World Cup. Not traditionally, 2 wins. If you get 6 points, you qualify automatically for the next round. So 1-0 Mexico. Let's go through the match stats. I don't even know. Let me pull up the match stats. It feels to me like it's 50-50 possession. Let's see. Yeah. So Mexico enjoying 57% of the possession to South Africa 43%. Mexico had 2 shots on goal to South Africa 1. Mexico is outpassing. They have made 238 passes completed. South Africa 161. The fouls committed are about even 6-5 for South Africa. And saves are even 1-1. So it's still an even game. I do think though, that there is something here for South Africa to get if they can be a little bit more engaged in the final third. I think that's all that they are missing. They just need to be a little bit more locked in the final third, and they can find some joy. BM says, I think there's at least another goal in this game. Yeah, at least. I think the first 5 minutes of the second half will tell the tale of the game. Because the longer this game stays 1-0, I believe the more nervous Mexico can get. And their backline, they have given up some through balls. They have given up some opportunities. All South Africa had to do, all Raiders and Foster had to do was be a little bit more adventurous, be a little bit more inventive. They could have gotten a couple chances, couple half chances were given. So the longer this game stay 1-0, I think the more dangerous South Africa can be, because what we have seen so far in the game, South Africa is able to move the ball from through the midfield, from the back line through the midfield. They've been caught. Obviously, the goal was conceded on a turnover, trying to play the ball out the back. So it's a high risk, high reward. But when they have gotten through the midfield, they have seen acres of space ahead of them. So that should be warning signs for Mexico. But South Africa does have to be more clinical. They have to be more clinical. They have to be more assertive in the final third. They haven't even created much of a clear cut chance, which is telling to me that they are able to break the midfield but can't create a clear cut chance. That's sad. BM trivia time. BM says in 2010 the opening game was South Africa versus Mexico. That game ended 1-1. It's a good call. That is a good call. Good call. Oh crap! Come on. Hold on. Come on.
Hey, afternoon.
Wagwan. Hold on
Yeah.
1 second. Go ahead and give your recap of the half. I think there might be an echo coming through right now, but go ahead and give a recap. But I'll
Echo
fix
from
echo
me.
over my end. No, not from
Okay,
you. It's
okay.
going to be from my end. But go ahead and give a recap. What do you think about the first half?
I listen. South Africa gave away that goal. That's the first thing, and Mexico really not playing South Africa off the park. You'd have think you'd have a more dominant performance because they're at home. Even though South Africa has been there for 10 days, they get used to the altitude. I mean, I think they've adjusted well. I don't understand this Barcelona-esque kind of ball playing. You can't have a team pressing you like this and you want player from round the back. Boot out the ball, party, and then deal with it after. But the possession, although possession don't play football, but they're not playing them off the park. And South Africa really have a chance if they get their act together. But I mean, Mexico, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but they're not really dominant.
I agree. I agree that dominant, and that's why I think it's a weird game. I think it's a game where the first 5 to 10 minutes of the second half is what going to tell the story. And I think I
Mm-hmm.
think I think South Africa, if their front line and maybe the 5-3-2 formation is where the issue is. Because with 5-3-2, the three midfielders have to work hard, which they are. The two wing
Mm-hmm.
backs have to work hard, which they are. But the two striker them for have some use, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not shoot them stuff in the foot. Well, for me, even though homeboy scored a goal, I think for me, South Africa goalkeeper is my man of the first half. It could have been probably 2 or 3 goals, and he's really keeping South Africa in the game. South Africa have to do a little bit more not to put the pressure on the goalkeeper because Mexico can score. I mean, they have the potential and the ability to score. So South Africa cannot be playing into Mexico's hands.
Yeah.
It's too early for the foolishness. Boot out the ball to be the case. You cannot be pressed and round there playing with the ball casually. This is not academy or schoolboy football. This is World Cup. South Africa mash up my little parlay.
Whoa. So enlighten us on your parlay now. You betted on South Africa to win this game?
You can't have a plus 750 and don't put a $5. You would be fool not to do it.
Yeah, you also be fool to do it.
With $5 and check, yeah. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. All I need is 2 penalty from South Africa to make my parlay alive.
2 penalty.
That's all I need. Penalty
That's
from
all.
for South Africa. Junior, last night the Knicks was 27 points down. If I had put $50 on it, I would not be talking to you right now. I'd be on the beach somewhere drinking a virgin pina colada with the winnings. So anything can happen now. But seriously, still, I don't see where they're being played off the park. And I
Yeah.
like these kind of games. I don't like when a team is really dominating and make the game really boring. If South Africa continues to press, I mean they have a chance. I mean the worst case scenario we can do a 1-1. I want it to be exciting like the last World Cup when Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. I want something like that. Start the World Cup with a bang.
Fair enough, but I don't think South Africa is a safe bet right now. Caribbean is just say, come on, pan the base.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
that's a come on, a parlay. Come on, parlay. Yeah, come on, always have some crazy parlay. Ty says the game finishing 2-0. South Africa lack the finesse they would normally bring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Tiger says the black Mexican will drop another one in the jam. Hey, talk the truth, come on. Talk the truth. Quinones, when you look at him face, don't he look like a real Mexican?
Listen, him not married to a Mexican man, so it looks like Mexican. The first time I saw him play in person was down Texas when Jamaica in the World Cup. I went to
Yeah.
Texas to watch Jamaica play. And as soon as me see him on the pitch and the love that he got from the Mexican crowd, the way I was shocked because I'm like a black man, Mexico, whatever. So I had to Google him. I was like, oh, Colombiana, okie dokie. And then naturalized, and I'm like, as long as he plays well, the crowd love him. They were like screaming for him. But him probably look like him wife, Junior. Him look like him Mexican wife.
Well, let me look up his wife. For research purposes, we could look up his wife. Come in for research it. But while I research his wife, come on. You talk about the what you expect and for your parlay purposes. Now, as a coach of South Africa, what change would you make? Would you make a change right now? Would you change the formation? Let me tell you the formation. South Africa is playing 5-3-2, a pure 5-3-2. Mexico is playing 4-1-4-1. They're playing a back four. Leroy sitting in the hole, and them have a flat four in midfield and Jimenez up top. And it kind of played out that way. Would you make any changes right now if you are South Africa, or would you change? Yeah, wait. Well, come on.
Junior.
The man wife look damn good, man. Hey, she was sister.
That is why him get naturalized. I wonder. Listen, I'm telling you. Mm-mm-mm.
Me backside. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Julian. Yes, Julian. Yeah. But Kerry Colombo go Mexico with him, man. I like it. But changes, come on. What changes would you make if you were
I
South
want.
Africa?
I want to make any changes coming into the second half right now. Let us see how the game plays because Junior, they're not playing poorly. They're not playing poorly. They just gave up that one goal on a defensive lapse. So they're not playing poorly. So for you to change what you're doing now, whatever, all I can say is that they need to press some more. Does need to press some more. You can't switch to one striker for South Africa. It's not going to work. So they have to press Mexico's back line, play out wide because Mexico. When you look at Mexico's team, they're really covering the field well. They defend together and they attack together, and that's the thing with Mexico and their pressing game. I wouldn't make any changes right now for South Africa because they're really not playing poorly.
I
What you
I
would
I
I do?
I would take another. I don't know if I would take a striker off. To be honest, I don't know the side. I don't know the team. But there must be somebody on the bench that can give you something more going forward. There must be somebody on the bench. I
Did
agree
you
with you.
see?
I
Did you did you see them against Jamaica? There's nobody on the bench to give anything differently. And
well,
you know what you know what I always when people play friendlies, right? I
right.
always think that they're trying to mirror a team that they're going to play against.
Yes.
Who in them group? Them play Jamaica with mirror Mexico.
Mexico
Who
they play Jamaica for the CONCACAF experience.
Oh,
I think that's why they played Jamaica, for the CONCACAF experience. The irony is Mexico plays against Jamaica all the time, so they are used to playing against a South Africa-like team. Because the thing that I'm disappointed with is, and that's why I keep bringing up the strikers. Traditionally, Mexico struggles with physical teams, and it's not. I'm black, so nobody can come and talk racism. The African teams are coming in; they are expected to be more physical, faster, and stronger. When the African teams pose a real threat is when them come with real skill and organization. But traditionally, Mexico should struggle with a team like South Africa, and they have been struggling because, like I said, Mexico pressed together. But there are times that South Africa was able to break the press and find some joy going down the field. It's just that they couldn't convert anything out of it. And you really, I don't normally see teams play two strikers anymore. And South Africa is playing with two strikers. That means Mexico, if they are not in a flat back four, their back two is have to play man to man with the strikers. That's what that means. Because if South Africa send both wing backs down the wing, overlapping, then the Mexican wing backs have to respect the wings. That leave one-on-one in the middle of the field. And not once have we seen a South African striker, Foster Arenas, get the ball, control it with his back to goal, and have the ability to turn and face the field. Not once did we see that. And I have to change that. If I am the coach, I have to change that. Because there's no way I am not getting one-on-one opportunities. No way.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see what happens. I don't expect any changes from either side. The first 10 minutes of the second half. I think everybody. I don't see any changes
Yeah, no,
in the
there's no
lineup.
changes
They're
right
coming
now.
back out.
Yeah.
So I think for South Africa, you have to play another 10 to 15 minutes and then see if there's something that they need to adjust. But I don't know. Let's see if they can make my parlay stay alive because the girls them need some socks for them tournament.
750 to 1.
Yes, June. Plus 750. I mean, like Mexico was minus 210. Not gonna work. You only
Yeah.
win $5.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, I'll join you back after the game for a post-game recap. Best up
Yeah, man.
yourself.
Later.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Respect, come on. Respect. Come on, the expert analysis there. That is our resident referee. Hey, anytime when people used to fret, I say, come on up on the show. Come on up on the show. I'm telling you all the time. Come on, them out. Just busy. How would that the brother there? How would that the brands, them have a brands fan? I don't know who that is. Anyway, we're about to have kickoff for the second half. Let's see that the referee, the South African coach agrees with Cameroon. He's not making any changes. No changes in the second half as we have kickoff. Let's see how the second half go. Here's Madoy in possession, getting the ball all the way back to Williams. And here goes playing out the back again. The same thing we just talked about. Williams standing there having nobody to pass to. Yo, I want the backside this. Score the goal, you. Score the goal. Score. I want the. What the hell is it? Yo, what? A long shot over the bar. I want the backside this. I want the Williams is almost true to form. This is what we spoke about. They tried to play the ball out the back. Williams literally kicked the ball to Fidalgo. He thought Sitwell was there, but Sitwell wasn't there. I tell you that already. Sitwell, I don't even know how Mexico don't score. Anyway, it's still 1-0. Exciting start to the second half. I hear South Africa breaking down the right wing. What? This is remarkable. Here's Fidalgo trying to get the ball to Quinones. Wait. It's only 72 degrees and they have hydration break in 72 degrees weather? It's only 72 degrees. Here's Williams finally sending the ball long. Trying to get Reynolds, but Reynolds can't get it. BM said those are the views of Junior and not ball chat regarding Quinona. Hey, Quinona's wife look good. Ty says South Africa can go home after the game, please. Yeah, we can't. No, sir. No. It literally looked like Williams. What's that boy? And Quinona see the goalkeeper off his line and try to send it. Yo, Quinona's a play some ball. Quinona's a play some ball. You should have let go. That was a little bit that's like a heat check in basketball. You have a heat check. That's a heat check shot. But yeah, Quinones are having some fun. Here's South Africa again. Another wild tackle, but done well here by Alvarado. Or that Reyes. Trying to get the ball back to Alvarado. But Mbakazi does well. And here's Williams again. Putting the ball out right to Okun. Okun trying to get the ball out to Madoke. To Madoi. Madoi inside to Makona. And Makona with another bad giveaway. But Jimenez was unable to make them pay. But here's South Africa now, breaking away. Trying to send the ball. And a lucky deflection there from Mexico. Here's Fidalgo. Trying to settle them down now. Back to Vasquez. Back to his captain Montes. Montes out right to Reyes. Reyes looking for Lira, but instead chose Jimenez. Jimenez does well. Get the ball down. And here's the ball into the box. And this should be two. It should be a penalty for sides outside the box. And it could be a red card. This should be a red card. Come on, it is a red card to... I will get the red card. See me? It's a red card. Situal. Yeah, man, come on over the field, Situal. Hey, but tell you already though. Situal, come on over the field. Come on for the field. He gave up. Come on for the field, Situal. Gave up the goal. Look at that. Look at the space he gave up to Gutierrez. That doesn't make no sense. Come on for the field, brother. Come on for the field. Come on for the field. But tell it already, you know. Situal, him just need a H in him name to describe the type of game that he was having. And so said, so done. South Africa down to 10 men. Ty says, sit to all a sit. BM says, Oshim and company are watching this game and thinking, how are they not at the World Cup? Very good call. Crime Minister says the foul was outside the box though. Yeah, it's outside the box, so it's not a penalty, but definitely a red card. Definitely a clear red card. Can Jimenez make them pay? As Jimenez lining up the free kick. This is about 20 yards out to the right of the goal. This is perfect free kick territory for anybody that can get the ball up and over the wall quickly. $18 yards from goal. Can Jimenez make this 2-0? Should make it to, well, I say should. I'm gonna, kick it right into the wall. Lord of mercy. And Gallardo kick it even far out left. All right, South Africa, you have to make a change now. Acha, you're down to 10 men. And you're still trying to play the ball out the box. Shot. Kick out the ball, brother. Damn idiot. I would take off Reynolds and put in a midfielder. Put in a number 10. Oh, you have a number 10 on the bench and he's only 21 years old. And he's wearing number 10. Quinones looking long. Here's Gutierrez. And another good tackle here by Bunai. But Mexico have their tails up. Yo, I know Quinones' wife. Oh, that. Oh, that's the boxer, right? Another boxer boy that. What name? I can't remember the boxer, right? But that's the boxer. That's the famous Mexican boxer. Him do the Modelo ads too. I think him done Modelo. Can't remember his name right now. But Mexico with a corner. Trying to pick out Jimenez, but headed out there by Bundoy. And Reynas, with his best impersonation of a striker, sprint down the field. But here's South Africa in possession. South Africa is down to 10 men. And the coach has not made a substitution as yet. No, I know De La Hoya that. But I don't know if De La Hoya was there, but the one to the right is a younger, him still boxing. Can't remember, it's going body, man. Let me find him. Mexican boxer. I have to find him now. It's Alvarez. It's Raul Alvarez. That's who it was. That was Alvarez. Oh, Canelo. That's Canelo. That's Canelo Alvarez. That was Canelo. Boy, Prime Minister making come on knows they are parley and mash up. Yeah, come on and match somebody, man. Some parley stay away from. Yo, Benton asking what's the name of the red card they play. His name is Sit Hole. SIT. Oh, maybe and let me move the name down a little bit because it might look like to have an H there. His name is SITHOLE. SIT. There's no H before the I. That's a long shot here from and goalkeeper Rangel eventually got it, but he made it a little bit more adventurous than it needed to be. Here's the captain Montez. Montez looking out right. South Africa still employing. You want to know how a player is having a terrible game is you're playing the holding midfield position for your team. As finally they're taking off one of the strikers as Foster is coming off. We will put on him. Oh, there. Put it on Mbata for Foster. That should have been the change that was made at halftime, if you ask me, before they got down to 10 men. But anyway. So you got Mbata. So now we have Mbata on, and I'm put him in the midfield. He's definitely a midfielder. Let me change his number. As we have a Mexican player down. So Mbata is on. Send Situl over the corner there. So I put Mbata in the midline midfield. As the game is getting a little bit testy here. But free kick for Mexico. Just outside the 18 to the right. Ball goes into the box. Headed on and headed away there by South Africa. It's all the way out there to Mbakazi. Mbakazi looking long. And you know what? Reina's as looking at Roberto Baggio and Fassi Infantino. But chill out. Go ahead. Well, like I was saying earlier, you know how bad your game has been is that you get a red card and we can't notice that your team is down to 10 men. That's how bad of a game Sitwell has been having. You know, let me find someone who put Sitwell well. Ball into the box. Right now, it feel like there's some matter of time. It just feel like a matter of time before Mexico score another goal or two. Feels like a foregone conclusion right now. You know what? This don't look right. Let me put Sitwell back right. I put Sitwell right back in the Sitwell. And just remember that South Africa currently playing down to 10 men, entering into the 60th minute, 30 more minutes before it left for the game. And here they are playing again, breaking the press with 10 men again, looking long, trying to get Reynas. Again, Reynas cannot seem to find the space. South Africa back again with a throw in. Here's Ocon out left to Sibisi. Sibisi in the middle to Mbatha. Mbatha playing in the Sitwell role. And trying to ask for another yellow card here as Alvarado. As South Africa is now ready in another change. They're putting on Zwane and they're taking off Adams. So now South Africa now seems to be wanting to chase the game a little bit more. I don't get it sometime with these coaches though, because these are substitutions that should have been made a long time ago. In my opinion, these are substitutions that should have been made already. Why wait until you're down a man after you're already chasing the game? It's just crazy to me. Adams' race has been ran. Jimenez with the takedown. And high boot here by Quinones. But if somebody act like him get kicked in the face, he don't get kicked in the face. Man, get up, man. Rotted. As yeah. Yeah, that was a tough tackle there by Quinones. Very lucky boy not to get at least a yellow card. As Mexico now prepares their first substitution in the game. And here's the new man's way, putting the ball in the box. A very good cross there, as Reina seemed to want to look for that was Modoy with a cross into the box. Reynolds looked like he wanted to get a wow. Who is that? Hello? Wow. See, hey, she shot him behind. Yes, baby. Yeah. Paper, anytime we say yeah, that means we say some very good scenery in the sun. And that was very good scenery. Very good scenery. Hey, do remember hit the like and hit the subscribe button. Mexico now looking to play the ball out the back. Again, South Africa is down to 10 men, and you can't really tell. I can't tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't tell. That doesn't speak well for Mexico. South Africa in possession, gets the ball out right to Okun. Okun out to Modoi. Mexico is now applying that high press on the wings, and now they've won possession, getting the ball, trying to feed it into Gutierrez there, and just cut out there. Pretty good tackle there. Reynas again cannot control the ball. Yo, tired of Reynas, man. As Mexico now readies two substitutes. As Gutierrez, the man with the yellow card, is coming off, and Fidalgo is coming off. So we have another Gutierrez coming on. Or Gutierrez and Fidalgo coming on. Chavez and Mora coming on. So basically, Mexico is just replenishing their midfield. Their two midfielders. And I think the coach has recognized that even being down to 10 men, South Africa is still able to run through the middle. You know, South Africa going to create a chance. You can almost feel like they're going to create a one chance. Will they do something with it? No, that's the question. Hope me not miss the goal, you know. Here makes the ball into the box. And right as I said, open up into the goal. Finally, BM's favorite CONCACAF man, Mr. Jimenez with a goal. Oh, I didn't even give Quinones his goal. It's now 2-0. Why? I say it goes South Africa. Uh-oh. So it goes South Africa. So it goes. Just call it the bus sauce, brother. As Canelo Alvarez looks on, yeah, that is Canelo Alvarez, people. That is definitely Canelo Alvarez. So Mr. Raul Jimenez with a goal. And like BM rightfully said earlier, I think this is the third World Cup. He has not scored a goal until now. This is his first goal. We see what it means for him. Very, very happy for him. Remember how his career was affected after that head injury at Wolves. And remember what type of striker he was on his way to becoming. And he suffered that horrific injury in the EPL. That's the reason why he still wears that head protection. But happy for him. 2-0 Mexico as they go to the hydration break. Can basically say game set match. Can basically say game set match now. So come on. Sorry, Mama, but your parlay officially mash up now. I hate that. Can't pack it up for the parlay, you know. Let's see who coming Fidalgo. They're in the hydration break, people. You're not missing anything. 2-0. 2-0 to Mexico, as one can say that they've spared their blushes. One can say they've spared their blushes. Little bit less. I'm not that convinced by them, but you know what? Win is a win. You start your World Cup off with a win. This is a good start. Take off the yellow card there for Chavez. (2-0) to Mexico. Goes by Raul Jimenez in the second half and Julian Quinones in the first half. I don't know if I can say it's against the run of play, or I don't know if I can say that South Africa can feel a little bit unlucky. But there's a little bit of hard luck there for them. As BM corrected me, I said this is his fourth World Cup. 4 World Cups. Ty says they will go straight to him. South Africa is going straight to him. Black Mexican and them caca. Hey, Ty says, come on, Lee, salt like Himalayan salt. That much is salt like iodized salt, man. Papa Jesus. When come on a bet one. A fret. 2-0. Hydration break is back. 20 minutes left in the game. It's just basically a foregone conclusion at this point. Do remember, coming up at 10 o'clock, South Korea versus Czechia. We'll be doing a watch along there as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We're not doing watch along for every World Cup game, okay? You have some World Cup game where me not watching. To make you know that right now. But you see the big match them, we will be here. Providing that they no lock we down. Here's Mexico. Quinones in possession. Gets the ball out right to Jimenez. Jimenez looks like he wants another goal. He sides up, and the referee had his flag up eventually for offside. Listen, Mr. Referee, out the door hot enough. So, no matter with the late flag, brother. If the man offside, that was a close call. Very close offside call. And Mr. Javier Aguirre looking on, looking happy. Host Mexico, kicking off the World Cup 2026 against Bafana, South Africa. Leading 2-0. Mexico leading 2-0. And here's another break here for Mexico. This 3 versus 2 if they can play it right. Jimenez. And this should be a penalty. As well, it's not a penalty. But how this come cross? Sibisi. Yeah, that is an African tackle, people. That is a clean African tackle. What about the HS boy? Yeah, that's a penalty. At real time, looking at it from the angle that we had, it looked like the hand was high, but it wasn't high. It's a good body check. Very good body check there by Sibisi. Did well. Prime Minister says every team wants to begin with a win. It takes the pressure off in a big way. It's a very good call. Very good call. And Sibisi taking down Quinones. Yeah, man. Sibisi a bite. Sibisi a bite long time, man. Look at him face. Look at him face. That is the face of a man who say, yo, me not take no 6 love, you know. Me rather take a red card. Hold back, boy. Yo. Hey, Sibisi step on Quinones' foot, knee him on him side, and thump him on him throat. Yo. Why this bring back some of the days of playing football against an African boy? No way Quinones was going past. No way. Ref, if you know what good for you, just blow it off in the ref, because I feel let me give Sibisi a yellow card, because I feel someone get a red card. I feel Sibisi going to get a red card in this game. Can almost see it. Can almost see the red card coming for Sibisi. Here's Quinones. Pass the ball quick now. It's your quick Quinones pass the ball. If no one, no more tackle. See? Look how quick he moving the ball. See? Quinones wants no more tackles. That is the African football I know. Watch a tackle again. Miratic Cup. Me bombard. Yo. Yo. Yeah, what time? The Senegalese not against it. Remember Senegal? Yeah, one. Yo, take off the ball of them, Iguera. As Mexican number 6, Lira is coming off. Another player is coming off that. And Jimenez is also coming off. Take off the ball, man. And put it on Alvarez and Gonzalez. Very well done. Well done, coach. Take him off. Take him off. Guys, South Africa, them a bite. He finally take off Bug Raiders. So, watch it. So, the number 10 now get no game. Oh, yeah, we're number 10 in a World Cup and now get no game, brother. I tell you, boy, them money take the World Cup numbers them gone to the dog, man. All right, make some substitution. Hopefully, the goal will score. So Leroy is coming off, and Jimenez is coming off. I would take off Quinones too. I'm not seeing it right now because I have met the subs, but my feel say that a tackle just burst. My feel say that a skin just burst. Money a mad money now. So put on Alvarez for Lira. And Gonzalez for Jimenez. Gopa for Raiders. Here's Quinones looking long. Mexico seems like they want to score another one. They don't. I think they're thinking goal difference though. Mexico is because South Korea is a big side. So they have to be very careful with South Korea. So I think they're thinking goal difference now. I think that's part of the psyche. South Africa now trying to do something coming out box. And South Africa gets bailed out. And they got bailed out there. And finally, Mexico put on a number 10. Alexis Vega. I take off Quinones, man. Take off Quinones, because I could tell looking at Quinones, he wanted nothing more to do with the game. After that last tackle, wanted nothing more to do with the game. Watch out. And here's South Africa, top of the 18. Can he get a shot off and finally get a shot on goal as a Mexican player is down? As Alvarado is down at the top of the 18. Finally got another shot on goal, but somewhat little bit too late. Copa. The Mexican fans, they're now starting to realize that they're off to a successful start to start the World Cup. Can feel a little bit better about themselves now. I know we can just ease our way into the next game. I think they play Czechia next. As Quinones, definitely my man of the match has been Quinones. Sitting there looking on. Definitely my man of the match. And there's a VAR call here. Curious to know what they're trying to say. I didn't see anything. Normally when VAR call, that's not a red card. It's a flagrant. That's a flagrant. If you want to use basketball term, that's a flagrant push off there. But I don't think there's enough there to warrant a red card there. I don't think there's enough there. I have been wrong before, but I don't. Nah. Maybe could see. I'll be shocked if this given a red card. It's flagrant. Maybe a yellow, but I can't see a red card. Referee look like a fussy though. Am I talk? Look like a fussy. Yeah, like a red card. So no red card. Is it? Everybody I look. What? Why am saying red card? Referee takes so long for me backside. Come on, referee, brother. A red card. Lord of mercy. So the substitute Zwin just got a red card as if it couldn't get any worse for South Africa. Zwin picked up a red card. That is a harsh red card. I'm sorry. That's a little bit too harsh for me. It's a little bit too harsh for me. I don't know. I don't know about that being a red card. Huh. That's a peculiar one there. I'll wait for come on. I'll wait for come on to respond to that. BM says, I saw trouble coming for South Africa at the World Cup. If you can't beat Nicaragua and PE court speed, then you're not ready. Crime Minister says it's a foul by the Mexican defender in the first place. Yeah, him arch him back and kind of box him out. BM said that's a red junior. It was deliberate. Crime Minister said that's soft. That's a soft. That's a soft red card. That is a soft. You know what? I think, Prime Minister, I think soft is a strong word. I wouldn't say it's a soft red card. How I would describe it though, I think that's a precedent-setting red card. I think precedent has now been set at this World Cup. The Mexican player was boxing out Kwane, and Kwane go like this, right? So yes, he did. The action was there. He did lunge. It did look like he threw an elbow. It did look that way. It did. I don't want judge contact and force of contact. I really don't want judge it, but it's a soft touch, even though the intent was there for that, yes. But again, that's precedent, and we're going to see other events for the next 4 weeks. That's going to be even worse than that. And we're going to be questioning why it wasn't given a red card. And that's my only problem with it. Crime Minister says fear, anything orange getting escalated to red. Yes. So I hear Mexico in the box. There should be 3 and they don't do anything with it. South Africa. Ref, just blow off the game, ref. Because this is how people get injured. Look at this. Yeah. Look what Mbokazi just do. The ball gone for true and it's like he want to kick the man. No, man. Blow it off, ref. No, look at the replay. He did this. Right? It wasn't even this. He did this. The guy is backing into him and say, yo, brother, stop backing on me. That's a harsh red. Tough. That's a harsh red card. Here's Vega in possession. I will just play out the last 3 minutes. If I was the referee, I'll blow it off. Cause it just feel like something bad can happen. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we're number Gonzalez. Look how him tie up with the South African defender a while ago. It just look like something bad can happen in this game. South Africa playing down 10 men. Situola and Kwame gone. As the South African coaches seem like they're asking, why we even bother play them money? Stephen Pienaar. I want to have Stephen Pienaar even in the stands. You think he get visa to come watch all this? Anybody who must remember Stephen Pienaar, the Everton winger from South Africa. I think Stephen was. I know it's Pienaar is his name, but I don't remember if it's Stephen or not. Look at the South Africa in possession. Mexico wins back the ball here in the center circle. Another crunching tackle here. I'm telling you guys, the referee is losing control of this game as Mbokazi with another crazy tackle. This is a crunching tackle. Look at that. It's more than look how he put lunge with the left. So how is the other one a red card and this is not a red card now? Where's VAR saying, look at this left push? Look at his left hand when he did this, Mbokazi from behind. I'm not trying to be petty, but this is the type of precedent that I'm talking about now. We're going to look at all of these interactions and say, we saw a red card given in the opening game. Why wasn't it given here, sir? It's not even like, man, not even get a yellow card. It's crazy. BM says something is off. Yeah. So it's going to be something happened with the South Africa team between the AFCON and the World Cup. Yeah, possible. The energy, the vibe, that they look like they're more dear to fight than anything. Seven minutes of stoppage time. The ref want give another red card. And here's South Africa with a breakaway with 9 men, down 2 men, and still able to get to the box. And this should be another card here for Montez. Might be red. But it's not it can't be red. It has to be yellow. But it's a breakaway. Oh, what the backside is this? What is this? This is madness. That is not a red card. As Cesar Montes gets a red card, I guess I just said it. I just said the referee want to give a red card. How is that a red card? It's not 1-on-1. It's not a clear run to goal. Yellow card, yes. Rough tackle, yes. Red card? Oh, come on. Come on. You know what? You know what? Good for you, referee. You're tired for seeing the Mexican them beat up the African. Yeah, black man that one. You know what? I support the referee giving a red. You know what? Give him another red card, ref. Give him another red card. Give him another red card, ref. If not come off of the field, red card him again. I say even out the red card. I like this referee. Even out the red card, them ref. I like it. That's the only explanation I have for that. I like it. Why argue with the ref? What's it? That is Prime Minister said that is brain dead. How are you collecting red cards with two players advantage? True. Also, like Junior says, it's not a red. That's not a red. But Ty says at least the referee is consistent. Yeah, consistent. Consistently mad. And one thing to remember is that Mexico has used all their 5 substitutes already. So they can't make another substitution. So now Mexico have to play with one specialist centre back for the next 4 minutes. If South Africa score, they can. I don't know what the hell that was for a free kick. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, throw into Mexico. I don't know. But I think this referee, I think he might carry a grudge about visa situation with the Somali ref. So him say my red card, everybody. Here's Makopa getting the ball back. South Africa playing like they're the ones up 2-0. Knocking the ball around, trying to waste time while being down 2-0. Great plays here by South Africa. And now they try to send the ball out right to nobody. And Modoa is looking like, brother, we're down to 9 men, Why you send me on a run like that, brother? 3 minutes left in this game, referee blew off the game. I tell you, this is how fights start in football. And another crunching tackle here. But nothing given. The referee interpreted that as a shoulder barge. This is the first opening match with 3 red cards in the World Cup. First opening match of the World Cup with 3 red cards. South Africa looking long. Here's Modoy finding some energy, winning the ball from going off for a goal kick, sizing up, and now they can put the ball in the box. Cleared away by Vasquez. Vega trying to take the ball down over his shoulder and heads it out for a throw into South Africa. One minute left in the game. Just blow it off the ref. And now Vega breaks away down the left wing. Can Mexico get a third goal? Remember, goal difference can be a factor in determining seeding going into the next round. As we have 30 seconds left in the stoppage time and a foul. I'm still dumbfounded by that last red card, though. I'm still dumbfounded by that. as Mudau is down. Hopefully that's an extra 1 minute of stoppage time. Blow it off, ref. 10 more seconds. And that's it. That's the final. Game 1 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup is off to a, I don't know if I should say exciting start, rousing start, chaotic start, expected start. Whatever the adjective is, that fits. That's how the World Cup started now, as Mexico opens their account, was one of the hosts of the World Cup with a 2-0 victory over South Africa. I don't think there's much to say about the game. Mexico can come out the game feeling like they could have done better, should have scored more. They had better opportunities. It feels like so long ago, but remember, right at the start of the second half, Williams pretty much handed the ball to Mexico again, with Situal losing his footing, and Mexico couldn't convert on a one-on-one. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this game. Mexico did not look like a team that is going to go far in the World Cup. They will qualify out the group. We can expect them to qualify out the group, especially with winning now. But I don't think they have much games left after this group stage. Crime Minister says this is the first match mirrored by the ref. Hopefully this gets corrected. Yeah. I think, Prime Minister. I don't think I would say the referee. I wouldn't. All right, work with me on this. The referee had one controversial call. The referee owns one controversial call. Ty says Mexico will play better. It's fair. It's their first game nerves. I would say they would play better its first game nerves if they were playing away from home. This game right here against South Africa is no different than a World Cup qualifier against Panama at the Azteca Stadium. It's no different. So they should have approached it that way. Now, there were some empty seats in the stands, which is concerning. If Mexico cannot fill the stands for a World Cup game that they are hosting, that's concerning. But for the referee messing up the game, I wouldn't blame the referee. The reason why is this. The referee had one controversial call, in my opinion, which was the last red card to Montez. The Montez red card is his only controversial call. The call before that, the one for Zwini's red card, that came from VAR. And we know generally when VAR calls down to the referee almost never stays with the call on the field. We saw that happen in EPL. Was it EPL or Champions League this year? I think it was the first time I've seen a VAR call that was not overturned. So I wouldn't put the referee on the Zwayne's red card. Maybe he didn't even interpret it that way. But the three VAR refs sitting in the booth, it's three versus one. They're all licensed referees. The three VAR ref call to the one ref and say, yo, brother, 3 hours say you get this wrong, So get a red card. And that probably swayed his decision. So I don't think the referee messed up the game. I would have never given a red card for the Zwain tackle. I definitely would not have given a red card for the Montez tackle. And remember, it's clear and obvious. VAR is there to fix clear and obvious errors, and clearly the VAR referees did not think the Montez red card was a clear and obvious error. That means they actually agree with it. So again, precedent has been set. So players like Virgil van Dijk better be very careful. Rudiger better be very careful, because what I am seeing right now is a striker can be running at you and you are standing beside your defensive partner and you can take down that striker and you can get a red card. That's what I see with that Montez red card today. Today I see that it wasn't a dangerous tackle, it wasn't a rash tackle, it wasn't a tackle where you look back and say, oh my God, the man almost broke the man's foot. No, it's a simple mistimed tackle. And he tripped the forward. It wasn't in the box. Granted, if he had gotten by, it would have been could have been a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but it wasn't a stopping a one-on-one opportunity. The one-on-one opportunity was between the defender and the striker, and the striker won that duel, and the defender got a red card because he lost that duel. I'm going to say it again. Virgil van Dijk, Rudiger, Alba from Switzerland, all of these slower defenders better be Rudiger that slow, but Rudiger wild. You get what I'm saying? All of these defenders better be very careful, because precedent has been set at this World Cup. That's my takeaway. Apart from that, Mexico, I'm not impressed. Ty says that his first game nerves. We'll see how them do. I think next they play Czechia. I think Mexico plays Czechia next. I think South Korea is the last game of the... Nope. Mexico plays South Korea a week from today at 9 p.m. So their next game is against South Korea, the toughest game of the group. So Mexico better wake up. They better come prepared for that second game. Mexico versus South Korea next week is the next game in the group. Group A is off to a start. Coming up at 10 p.m. tonight, South Korea versus Czechia. Come on, session call back in. That's why I'm not gone yet. But people, do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. 2-0 Mexico over South Africa. Off with a 3 points plus 2 goal difference. Let's see what South Korea and Czechia do today. In the back of South Korea's minds, they have to maintain pace with Mexico. That means they should be hunting goals, even in the first game of the tournament. All to play for FIFA World Cup 2026. Off to a start. Again, I'm going to say it again. Precedent has been set. Players, if we're not frail in hand like this, careful, it might be a red card. Defenders, if you are standing beside your defending partner and you still make a foul to a brother driving at you, it could result in a red card because you're giving up a clear and obvious scoring opportunity. That's my takeaway. It's been fun, people. 10 o'clock again. FIFA World Cup. We're off to a flying start. It's just the start. Yo, we're going to have some fun. I'm feeling the vibe. Do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Follow us at Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram. Follow us at Ball Chat Podcast on Blue Sky. On Facebook at Ball Chat. You can also email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. And do remember, people, little more again, 10 o'clock. South Korea versus Czechia. We'll see how things go. Later.